All right, welcome everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. I should say we're episode 7. Oh man, episode 7. I'm super excited. We've been here for a little bit. We get to 10, our season will be done. But you know, we're here. I'm here for it. Let's get it popping. Episode 7, Far From Perfect. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm here with the lovely Mimi today.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, she coming for a conversation. Have a good conversation. Talk about a couple things, just life stuff. She's a really good person, working hard. And not to mention, she's going crazy on TikTok right now. TikTok is booming. So we're going to talk about that, how she got into that, and just her everyday life. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. So yeah, super excited to be here. To be honest, I've never done a podcast before, so this is my first podcast ever, of course. Definitely excited. I don't know what to say, honestly, so I'm taking your lead on this.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about your TikTok. That's why you're really here.
I guess.
Let's talk about your TikTok.
So I currently have a gossip blog on TikTok. It started probably, I would say 90 days ago. But before I started my TikTok, I was actually into doing eyelashes. So I have a lash salon here in Worcester, but before that I had the content for my lash salon. So that is when it kind of all started on TikTok. But I was telling you that really didn't take off for me. And then I started doing things that I kind of found interesting for myself on TikTok. And that's what ended up going for me, which was, like I said, the gossip blog.
So like, what do you gossip about? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen it, but I heard about it. So like, I want to know what you gossip about.
So it's probably nobody that you would know. It's a lot of LA, Los Angeles, California type of celebrities or TikTokers, as well as Texas TikTokers. So
okay.
I don't know why my FYP brings me to that side, but it doesn't give me anybody on the East Coast, luckily. So I don't really pop up on any FYPs in my area. But mainly it's just a bunch of TikTokers who are just doing crazy stuff in LA and in Texas.
Okay.
And I catch it, they go live, they do crazy ass stuff, and I end up posting it and it gets views.
Okay. Like the wild shit, like they had that, like I seen on TikTok a while ago, like there was some like Mormon moms, like they was beefing. Like you talk about stuff like that.
Stuff like that, yeah. So
Okay.
I've talked about even I'm not sure if recently you heard about the American woman who was in Pakistan.
Yeah.
I was posting about her. So just things like that are trending that I find funny.
She was tripping.
She's definitely tripping. The other day she was on live and she was telling somebody that she was going to burn them with their cigarette. A man at that in Pakistan, which that's already controversial. But yeah, just things like that is what I post.
Like,
nothing crazy, but
my question to her, if I was to ever be her, would be like, what are you trying to fix in Pakistan? You from the projects in the US, you ain't did shit for the projects. So how the hell you gonna go over there and fix anything? Who are you?
I want to
Like,
know
what?
why is she there? I mean, I know that she allegedly catfished somebody and his family didn't accept her when she got there, but like, why did you stay? That was in October.
Right. That makes no sense.
I don't know. It's just weird to me.
And what exactly was she even trying to fix anyway? Tell me, I gotta fix something. Like,
I think she just wanted the money.
Hmm.
Because every time she would talk, she'd be like, "Oh, like I need 20,000 instantly and cash."
That's what it always is. That's what it always is.
It's always about the money.
Always get back to the money. Just like the other girl who I call her Brick Baby. Like a while ago, she got hit with the brick. Everybody was all feeling bad for her and shit.
Are you
Turns
serious?
out she didn't even get hit with no brick. She was just trying to get bread off people for GoFundMe and shit. She went to
Oh my
splurging
God.
and
See,
shit.
that's the type of stuff I post about.
Word.
Like moms who are just like negligent and or just wilding and doing crazy things on TikTok.
Damn, that shit's a mess. Let's talk about your lash salon though. How long you had that for?
It's going on 2 years in Worcester, but I've been lashing and a licensed esthetician for 4 years.
Nice. What's the name of your salon?
Simply Aesthetics Beauty Bar.
Word,
We're
what's
on
up?
Park Ave.
That's
so.
nice.
Yeah.
My sister just got into that. She just graduated from the school or whatever.
Really?
I
Yeah.
went to the
So
graduation.
we it's not like a normal salon. It's basically everybody is their own boss. I rent the space. I'm obviously a lash tech myself, so I work at the
Word.
salon. But I don't know. I really like it. It's mainly Hispanic girls right now, which is pretty cool because obviously I'm a Latina and it's Latina owned. So it's pretty cool to have like any ethnicity, but it's pretty nice to have just a bunch of Latinas really doing good for themselves.
Word.
I mean, of course, we welcome anybody. Everybody can come rent for me. I don't mind. But right now, having it be a bunch of Latinas really thriving is cool.
Awesome. So like I always hear like people talk about black owned or whatever. Like, is there a thing where it's like Latina owned? Like, if there is, I don't know. Like, is that like, do you guys like highlight that like Hispanic owned or like
I haven't heard it a
Latin
lot.
owned?
You don't hear it a lot. I feel like there's not that there's not a lot of it, but you
Mm.
don't hear a lot of people talking about it,
But
I
why do you
guess you
think
could
that
say.
is? Like, aren't Hispanic people minorities as well? So
I
why
don't
do you
know.
think that is? Why is there no like directive towards them?
I really don't. I don't know. I
Or
can't
like there's
answer
no like
that. Like,
initiative like
there's
it's
no like push for it,
you know
I
what I
guess you
mean?
can
Like
say. Yeah, I don't know, but I think it's cool. Like, I love when people promote their businesses as Black owned or like Latina owned or Latin American, whatever the culture is. Just because,
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, why not highlight where you're from and that your people are doing good and that we're all working together to have a change? Because obviously, when we were growing up, there wasn't a lot of our people who owned
Mhm.
businesses and who are thriving.
Yeah,
You
'cause
know?
I be saying that because like, here in West, they got a lot of Puerto Rican people, and so
Mm-hmm.
like they got businesses,
Right.
and like I never, they don't,
You don't hear about it like
I
that.
never hear Latin owned. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or, like they're not highlighting it as like, oh, you should
Mhm.
come here because it's Latin owned. Like,
Right, right. I agree. Maybe, I don't know, just cuz of course you already know how things are where we
mm,
live. There's just like a lot of people have a negative view on certain things, so maybe that's why they don't push it, but
mm,
I don't see it that way. I feel like we're all thriving, so I don't think that if you name it a certain thing like, oh, Latin owned or Black owned, that it pushes anybody away. But of course, I've heard people saying like in City Hall when you do talk like that, they're like, "Oh, well, that pushes away a certain customer base, I guess you can say,"
mm,
but I don't find it that way. I
right,
think you're just pushing more of your culture on people who wouldn't know about it. You know what I mean?
mm.
I mean, that's my thoughts on it, but who knows?
I mean, I think I see it why, but I think it's a different reason. You know what I'm saying? I just
Mhm.
think like I don't think Spanish people want it to be highlighted like that. You know what I mean? They just want to
Right.
just come to the business. Like, who
Mhm.
cares that I'm Spanish? Like,
Right.
some black people, they want to make that be known. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
I think that's what it could be too. But who knows? But, like,
I
I
agree with
mean,
you.
I don't mind it either way. I'm just
Same.
saying what I think it is. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. If I like it, I like it. I don't care who
right,
owns
right,
it.
right, 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 right,
You
right.
know what I mean?
Exactly. I'm going for the best quality,
Right,
regardless. Like,
right. Yeah. I
the best
mean,
price, the best quality.
if
Remember,
I like it, I'm going.
hey viewers, remember that the best price, the best quality. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Right. I mean, at the end of
That's
the
what you
day, if
go
we
for,
like
the
it,
best price, the best quality as a
yeah.
customer in anything you do.
Mhm. If you like it, there's nobody who can turn you away from it, to be honest.
Now through all this, right? So like you in a relationship, correct?
Right.
How long you been in a relationship for?
I've been with my boyfriend 15 years.
So he's been with you through all this, through
Mhm.
the lashes and through the now the TikTok. How's he
Yeah.
feel about the TikTok?
He's actually more excited about it than I am.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like sometimes he's one of my biggest fans. There's days where I really, like I said, my biggest thing is kind of staying consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel like he gives me like a push, and although sometimes it's obviously a little tough to like hear somebody else telling you like, "Oh, you can do better," or like you're not like going at your full potential. Obviously, it's in a positive way, but when you just don't
Yeah.
want to do it,
So
nothing
so
sounds
he's
right.
so he's literally supporting you 100%, like
100%, yeah.
through it all. And
Through it
like,
all.
how does that make you feel?
Good, honestly. Like, being together so many years, I know that there's a lot of people who don't have that connection or have that support still after so many years. So it honestly feels good. I obviously incorporate him on my page. We do a lot of things together. Like, a lot of my fans know him.
Mm-hmm.
They follow him. They talk about him when he's not on the camera. So, I mean, I feel like it's kind of like a little family we've grown on there, and it's just really weird because it's out of nowhere. But ever since we've been together, I've always wanted to do YouTube or to be a content creator in general, and he's always supported me through that. Like, he bought me my first DSLR camera. He's always done things just to make sure that I've
And
had
that's what's up.
everything.
So like, so you appreciate him for that.
Mhm.
So like, a lot of times, a lot of people in relationships, a lot of women particularly,
Mhm.
they'll say things like, "Oh, that's what he's supposed to do." You know what
Right.
I mean? So like, they don't really appreciate it. Like, they don't.
Mhm.
I don't think they understand the aspect that like, yeah, you may feel that way, but not everybody's gonna do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? To me, it sounds like him doing that, supporting you this way, has brought you guys closer together, which is really good. Like, I know you guys for a
Yeah.
long time too, so like,
Mhm.
even I was shocked when you first told me like, "Oh, yeah, you guys are still together." I'm like, wow, like, dang, cause like, you remember what I was doing back then? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'm like,
just young
dang,
crazy kids, 18
yeah,
years old, literally
yeah, I was
graduating high school.
right, I was tripping back then. I'm like, dang,
I
like,
think we all were young and turned, so it's okay. But yeah, definitely I see where you're coming from with girls expecting that from their man or having that be like something that they automatically think that they deserve, I guess, in a sense. Um I mean, I guess after all these years, I could say the same, but I don't feel that way. I feel like it's genuinely either you want to or you don't. If
right,
he
right,
wanted
right.
to, he would type thing. So he definitely wants to. It's never anything that I would push on him to
Mhm.
support me. That's obviously something like you said that comes naturally.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't expect it, but it's obviously a nice feeling, and so it's definitely appreciated
So
for sure.
how do you reciprocate? How do you show him that that it means a lot to you that he's there for you?
I share my followers with him. No, just kidding. No, I try to incorporate him in everything as much as I possibly can. Like when there's days, like I said, when I don't want to go live, I'll be like, babe, can you go live for me? Or
Mhm.
there was a time period where we were staying up till like 4 or 5 in the morning doing lives on TikTok, and I would get tired and I would have to edit in between. So he would take over, stay up with me. So there's just like, I feel like we help each other out so that I don't get burnt out, but also so that he's incorporated and not feeling left behind. Even with my merch that I'm putting out, I've helped, or like he's helped me and I've helped him in certain things. He gives me ideas, and obviously we create things together. So like you said, it kind of just brings us together. Even when I'm being cranky and I don't want to do things, he still helps.
Right. So I think I want to ask you is, you said 15 years, right? So that
Hmm.
would mean you spent your entire 20s in the same relationship. You
Right.
guys, has he got any tribulations, any trials? Have you
Of
taken any
course.
breaks or like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
we've
like,
had our ups and downs. Of course, in every relationship, like I said, there's not like a smooth path.
mm-hmm,
Like everybody has bumps in the roads. Obviously, we were in our 20s. Not everybody can work through things when they don't know how to grow themselves individually. So obviously, those growing that I had to do, those growing that he had to do. So we have had our breakups, but luckily we found I guess a common ground,
right,
and just found an understanding that like there's no point of breaking up if we know we want to be together.
right. I think the
Type.
key is like to stay together and stay strong is emotional maturity. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like in the 20s, you just don't have that.
You just
So
don't
like,
care.
especially like in our environment too, like it's not easy to like
Right.
stay committed, and especially in your 20s. So
Right.
like, I know you guys went through some stuff, and like particularly like, is there a situation where you were like, dang, I don't know about this, and like, what advice would you give to like younger women who are in their 20s now who believe like they're missing out on something if they stay with the same man in their 20s, something like that?
Um, so I would say, obviously, when you're in your 20s, it's obviously a good age. You're still growing, you're still young enough to do whatever you want, and then you're still at a good age where you're like old enough to know better, you know. But growing up in a day and age where we have social media, like you said, it's not easy to obviously stay focused on one person or on one thing.
Mhm.
Obviously, there's people who get enticed by the internet or by whatever. So I know that, like you said, there are girls who are like, oh, like there's probably better out there for me. You see girls who are online having like luxury things or like different relationships, but you can't believe everything that's online either,
Right.
because there's social media and then there's reality, an
Exactly.
aspect of that on everything,
And I
whether
always
it's.
push that. I always say that. Like,
Hmm.
I said that since day one on this podcast. Social media is not real. You can be who you want. The people
Literally.
that you're following, people that you believe in, a lot of times, what they put on social media is not really who they are
It's
or
all
how
an
they're living in
act.
real life. You know?
It's all an act. And then I don't know, I just feel like there's just, I don't know, illusions, I guess you
Hmm.
can call it. There's a lot of people who like will play tricks, and like you'll see these girls in these luxury cars and looking like they're happy, and then once the camera goes down, they're miserable. They don't have those cars, they're rentals, just things
Right.
like
Right.
that.
Right.
So that facade kind of will ruin a relationship for younger people, because you don't know that you have something real next to you when you're sitting there and you have like people in your DMs and things like that. Luckily that was never like a thing for me,
Mm-hmm.
but I've seen people online who go through that. You know what I mean? Like you see people blowing up on the internet and they change, and then like there goes your high school sweetheart and things
Right.
like that. So I don't know. I just feel like it's just whole day
Like,
and age.
one thing about you, I will say is like you've always been a humble person as far
Thank
as like.
you.
Cause I'll be honest, like we were in them school walls together, so I know like a lot of guys were interested in you. Like that's just real. You know what I
Thank you.
mean? Like.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Back then, I never knew that. When
Mhm.
you're younger, you don't feel like you see everybody else. Oh, sorry, you see everybody else, and so when you're young, you don't think like, oh, like I'm popping, or like anybody thinks you're cute or whatever.
Yeah.
So as I get older and like you look back and you see the pictures from high school, and you're like, damn, like I actually was pretty.
Because the thing that's crazy, right, is like a lot of guys, like they don't, not a lot, but a few guys, they don't know about Andrew, obviously. So like,
Right.
I told them you're coming up on the show, and they're like, "Really? What she look like? How's she doing?" And, and I was like, "Oh, she's cool. I'm pretty sure in a relationship though. Like
Mm-hmm.
last time I checked, Andrew was holding it down. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
but yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
has those moments come up through you guys' relationship though? And it's like, has
Like what?
has it brought
Like
up any insecurities? As like other men be interested in you or other women be interested in him throughout the time? And like,
yeah, of course. I mean, there's always gonna be girls on Snapchat or like guys or whatever, you know what I mean, that like try to hit you up, but like it's obviously about how you don't answer, you
hmm
know, because obviously if you do answer, like that's an issue.
right.
You
And I'm
know,
pretty
so
sure
like
what's you guys like trust level? You know what I mean? Like,
we definitely, now that we're in our 30s, it's much different. Like now we definitely trust each other. I would say that we're obviously on a different level now that we do everything together. Not everything together, but
right.
like our how do you say it? Like our hobbies?
Yeah.
Yeah, our
Your hobbies
hobbies
align.
are aligned.
hmm
So now that we're on that point and like we're emotionally mature and we know what we want in our relationship, it's much better. So that's why I was saying like the last like probably 5-7 years have been like growth.
Word.
So
And
yeah.
for our viewers out there, you heard it. Get someone that aligns with you. Like people always say, like, "Oh, I don't like that they do this. I don't like they do that," and so like you build resentment for allowing people to do what they want to do. But like
Right.
if you guys like to do the same things, it works out well. Like I've met some people in general, like men and women, who are upset that their partner spends a lot of time in the gym, and it's
Right.
like, well, instead of complaining, but you can use that time for something else. Why don't you get in the gym too? You know what I mean?
Right.
Just
Try
so you
to
guys,
do it with
yeah,
them.
share common interests. And like,
Mhm.
it's not always gonna be this that because like I like anime. You know what I'm saying? I be watching
Yeah.
anime at my big age, whatever. I don't care.
It's
Leave me
okay.
alone.
It's a hobby
But like, not everybody
or
likes
an
that. And like,
interest.
I've dated women where like we're chilling and I watch anime and they're like, oh,
Like
I
here we
want to watch
go.
something else. So I turn this off and like, low key, that'd be irritating me. So it's like, why?
You're
I'm
like, what about me?
this is what I exactly this is what I want to watch and
Mhm.
this is my TV.
No,
Like on
I
top
hear
of
you.
that, like, what do you mean? Like, but
Yeah.
I still, I still look out. I'm like, all right,
Mhm.
bet. But low key, I'm kind of tight about it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
it's irritating.
Yeah, it's a
I
little.
see. So for me, back to the gym. My boyfriend is basically the one that wants to be in the gym, and I'm the one that's like, I'm good. So that's like one of the things that we do bump heads on. So if you wanted a conflict there, there's one. Um, but then there's the times where I get into the gym and he's like, nah, I don't want to. So we're always back and forth. It's never a win-win. But yeah, that's with every relationship. Like, you know, like it could be a TV show. There's never gonna be a smooth moment. Like, so even if you guys are good and your relationship is chill, like there's gonna be always that something that irritates you, and then you
right,
just work through it, and
right.
or just it's not that serious, so it
Gotta
goes
work
by.
through it. And
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to some people too. Like one of my friends, he actually just got out of a relationship, and like we talked about it like off the record, obviously, but like we spoke, and we just saying things how like he's been with this girl for like I think this was like coming on year 4 they were
Right.
together. And he was just talking to me and like spilling the beans, and I'm listening to him, and he's telling me about like he did this, he did that, he changed this, he changed that, and so I let him talk. And when he was all done, I'm just like, well, what did she change for you? You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, can you have to be fair here? Like, what sacrifices did she make for you? You know what I
Right.
mean? And so he did name a couple of things, and one of the things that he stated was that she was actually planning to go to school somewhere else,
Mm-hmm.
but she ended up staying for him. And the problem was exactly that. She stayed for him.
Right.
She didn't stay for herself.
Mm-hmm.
So she ended up growing to resent
Resent
him.
him, yeah.
And it grew, it just built up, built up, built up. So like eventually he couldn't do anything right. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
nothing he ever did was good enough. And the relationship ended in turmoil. So the point of that I'm trying to make is in a relationship, you want to do things for yourself, not for the other person. Do it because you genuinely want to do it. If
Right.
you're gonna look back later and be like, what if I had done this? And that's only a month or two down the road, you're like, dang, I should never made the decision. If that's on your mind, don't do it. Do what's best for you at the end of
Right.
the day. Because I believe a lot of and like love is love, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I do believe like people can separate and come back together.
for sure.
And you know that person, so like you can be stronger essentially cuz like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when people are together and they break up, you're with that person at their worst. They can get better. So now you've seen them at their worst
Right.
and you can get them at your best. You know what I
Right.
mean? So like
Mm-hmm.
that's just my mindset in a lot of situations, but like not all situations, don't get it wrong. Like if if you're dating a girl, you guys break up and she goes and she fucks 50 dudes, like forget about
Oh
it.
yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying? But
crazy.
like, you know,
No,
if
yeah,
she
that's
has like one or
wild.
two relationships, you had a couple relationships, you guys get back together. To me, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like depending on how they broke up, would I do it? But
Right.
if other people who do, I don't knock it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they were meant for each other. It is what it is.
I mean, you really can't. I mean, that's life. You know, if you break, it's like when people get divorced and get remarried.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's always that. Like I said, if you can't find a common ground, most people tend to run. So like that's just natural instinct, I guess, you know?
Right.
But once you get past that, like, okay, it's either make or break, you obviously learn that it's if you're coming back to this person every time, then why are you running again? There's nowhere to run. You're gonna come back to them.
Do you guys get out much?
Oh yeah, we go out all the time. We've traveled a
Right.
lot. Like we don't have any kids. So I think most of our 20s was a lot of partying and a lot of traveling.
Where do you
And
plan on having kids, settling down,
yeah.
doing all that?
Yeah, we don't party as much. We literally are homebodies. I mean, like I said, we're always on TikTok, so
You
that's
can
like
document the journey on TikTok.
yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of YouTube like I said before, I used to have my cameras and I would do my own thing. I've done my own editing.
Nice, nice.
I used to do travel vlogs. I used to do makeup tutorials. A bunch of videos on Instagram and stuff, but like I said, it's the consistency that would kill me. And so, now that I'm older and I know how to like kind of time manage, it's better.
Time
So
management is definitely key. I talked about that too. Like time management is very important. Like a lot of people be like, "Oh, I don't have the finances to have a kid and all the other stuff." Like, yeah, if you manage your time correctly, the finances will come. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like your parents weren't rich when they raised you.
right,
Like your
and
parents weren't millionaires.
that's what
Like,
and I mean, of course, we're in a different day and age where everything's like crazy expensive,
mhm,
but um, I don't know. I feel like now that I'm older, I feel like I am ready compared to like in my 20s when I was just kind of like chilling and me and him were traveling. And, you know, not to say that like I'm glad we waited because I mean,
mhm,
if we had a kid young, it would have been cool too. But like now we're like emotionally mature,
mhm,
we're financially stable. And I can say that actually would be probably better now because like we have traveled, we have life experiences together. And not together too, you know, because
nice.
obviously we've had our
Mhm,
times where, like I said, we haven't been together, but we've always come back to each other. So that's obviously something cool to tell our kids too. Like if we ever have kids, like, oh,
yeah.
like not every relationship is perfect. You don't have to sit there and stay with somebody just because you're 20 years old and you've been with them 2 years and they think you're perfect. Because like you said, um, then you grow resentment. If
Right.
you don't really want to be with that person and you're still with them just because, oh my God, they were my high school boyfriend and whatever, like if it doesn't make sense to you, then don't do it. Um, that's just my mindset, you know? So like it never aligned for us to have kids before. So if it happens now, then obviously it's meant to be. So I just feel like love is love, like you said. And if it's meant to be, it'll be. And I guess if we are meant to have kids, we will.
What's the longest break you guys have taken?
Not long. It's always been maybe like, oh well, I guess 6 months.
Mm,
But like that's in like your 20s. So that's
yeah.
not a long time.
Right. Right.
That's not a
That
long time.
flies, literally.
Yeah, but like obviously when you're in the breakup, it's like the longest 6 months of your life when you're the one like sad and stuff, you know.
Right.
But
Eating
it
ice
goes
cream and
by.
shit.
Right, yeah, right. Or drinking because you're in your 20s. Whatever works.
Oh yeah, speaking of drinking, don't forget La Familia Flores. Get yours ASAP. Only at Total Wine. It starts the conversation around here. I'm telling you, it's a lit tequila, so make sure you get yours
It's actually really good.
ASAP.
I like it. It's actually really good. You don't really taste it. It doesn't have that like kick or burn or
Right,
anything.
right. It goes down real smooth, but it creeps up on you later.
It sure
You'll see it
does.
later. So hey, I'm glad you're joining me though, because
Yeah,
as you can see, this is my love day.
I like it.
And I was spending it alone. I was spending it alone. So I had a friend pull up on me, you know what I mean? So like thank you
Yeah,
for coming and
you're
stuff. Like
welcome. It looks nice. It's
mhm.
very festive.
Yeah, and I talk about love a lot and like relationships on the podcast because like to me it means something because I genuinely believe like people are stronger together. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, for sure.
And like a lot of times people like I hate the term of women talking about I don't need a man and all the other stuff. Like we don't like that because like yeah, that might not be true. That might be true now.
Right.
But later on in life, what's it gonna be? You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you need that person that's like through sickness and health, through richness and poor. You know what I mean? Like you
Mhm.
need that person. Like
Mhm.
I don't care what no one says. And also like like lesbian, gay, like you have your person. That's what I mean. Like
Oh, for
talking about
sure.
everybody. Like you need your person. Like even if people don't agree with your lifestyle, if that's your person. That's your person. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like that's what I think. So I always promote that. Promote people together, and also think like two minds are always greater than one. You know what I
Right.
mean? So like you can come together with your wife or like your fiance or long term girlfriend, whatever the case may be, and you guys can think of something together.
Right.
The chance of it actually working and going through is much higher. Like
Oh, absolutely.
look at how you talked about earlier, how Angel supports you 100%. He's telling you like, like today you gotta put something up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like just having that support system. There's some people that's the opposite. Like,
Mhm.
yo, get your ass off Instagram. You know what I'm
Yeah, or like it's
saying?
they're like see, so I've noticed that like you either have your biggest fan or your biggest op living with you. And so I'm so glad that I have my biggest fan because it would be the worst to have a hating ass boyfriend.
So
You,
have you
you know what I mean?
have you seen that before? Like you have friends that like have dealt with that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I've seen I mean, obviously I've been that hating ass girlfriend. I'm not gonna lie, like I've been that hating ass girlfriend where I like say I want to do something, but then like his friends bring it up and they go do it, and then you're mad,
Yeah.
you know? But I've grown past that, because like obviously I want him to have his experiences too.
Right.
But like you said, like two heads are better than one. And so
Mhm.
like I want to be that like that second brain into that project. And so we've grown to be that
So
together.
you understand sacrifice.
So I understand
Like,
sacrifice
right.
for sure and compromise. Yeah.
Right.
And
You
compromise
got
because
it.
like in everything there's a compromise that you need to give. There's always going to be a give and take. You can't keep taking because then it builds resentment.
Right.
Okay, so like I've learned that too. So like I know obviously when I was younger, like I wanted to be the best friend and not like, oh, I don't want you to be with your boys, things like that, when you're
Yeah.
younger. But like now that I'm older, I'm just like, oh, like I'm glad we had our friends when we were younger. I'm glad we like had those experiences because now we can come up with things together and it's not like we're missing out on like, oh, my boys are going to do this or that, because like we can still do that, but we're
Right.
choosing to kind of like do things together, and then whenever our things are done we go do it separately.
So let me ask you this: like, you got like homegirls you be with, like a group of girls, like,
Yeah,
are
very
they
small click, but yes.
are they in a relationship like you, or like are they more of like doing their own thing?
Yeah.
Or
So some of them are doing their own things. So it's like a small group of us, but like I'm obviously the one who's been with my boyfriend for a long time. Um a lot of them are single and or with their boyfriends for like a year or two. But like I said, nowadays even if it's like the first year or two, it's never the honeymoon phase anymore.
yeah,
I feel like when we were younger, people within the first year or two they were still in their honeymoon phase. But I feel like nowadays it's a
do they
lot
come to you
harder.
for advice, like as far as
No,
like,
because I'm the real friend that'll be like, break up with him.
mm, and they don't want to hear
And they don't
that?
want to hear that, and I get it because I know when I was younger and you go through stuff, you don't want to hear that friend saying that to you.
My fault. Brief intermission for a quick second, but I had to stop the show. My man's pulled up. We got Jaja Banks in the building. Ah. Yo, this guy right here is the B master. The B master. So we're here to talk about. Well, he used to be. Now he transitioned. Now he's a father and shit. So he came real quick to talk about him and his fatherhood now, and transition from being in the streets every night to nobody seeing him at all. What's good, John, man? What up? What up? What up?
What's good? Thank you for having me.
Word. My fault. Mimi was having some good lyrics. So before you came, I was like, damn, she was really rapping. She rapping to the people. So like,
No.
nah, not rapping literally, but like she be kicking knowledge and shit. Like
for sure.
her and her man been together for 15 years. Throughout her whole 20, she stayed with him and all that. So like the longest break they had was 6 months. So she really knows how to hold a man down, relationship down. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these young females these days, they don't really have that knowledge. Some of them want to do that. They don't know what it takes. You know what I mean? So like she was just here wrapping them up and telling them like just giving her
Preach.
perspective on what she's been doing. So like hopefully someone follows. You know what I'm saying? Because I want people to be together, especially now that I'm older. I really preach togetherness. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. But like
Right.
back in the day, we wasn't on that, right? Ain't that right, Ja?
Long time ago.
Word.
No changed man.
Right.
What you been doing now though?
Ain't shit. Yesterday was just my birthday.
Oh,
Happy
happy
birthday.
birthday.
Kind of a little still lit, but yeah, just going with the flow.
So your birthday's on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So does the shorties get gifts? Or you get gifts? How does it work? Like, are you giving something out, expecting something? Like, how does that work?
If you're my shorty, I'm gonna get you a gift, but it's crazy because I just had this conversation yesterday. It sucks having your birthday on Valentine's Day. In mine, like if you're a guy, from my perspective, because like I said, girls think you gotta get them something, but it's like I only got one day. I didn't ask to be born this day. This is a made up holiday.
Right.
Like, so,
Now Valentine's is alright, but the thing I don't rock with is Galentines. Like, I don't understand it. I really don't get it.
What?
oh,
Why?
wait, that's the new. Oh, that's the new
That's
thing.
the-
But like,
yeah, I
they
don't
throw the party.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
understand.
social
that
media
shit.
just got shit fucked up, bro.
Then I seen some niggas talking about valentines. I'm like, you is sweet.
I seen that. It's kind of
Hey, you guys need to start it.
Zesty as
Why
shit.
not? That's not zesty. Go and
That-
get some drinks. Go to the
that
strip.
is-
Oh wait,
that
no,
is-
you guys are a changed men, so you can't go to the strip club. So go to like a bar and just hang out.
These
and...
niggas had on silk pajamas in the living room, taking a picture all on the floor in different jail poses.
With a
and
charcuterie
shit.
board or what?
Nah, had like
that's
a
just
bottle of
sad.
Hennessy,
It's crazy work.
and like I was looking at them like, nah, that's not
That's
it.
a lot. They
That's
need to
not
at least be
it.
sitting and by a bar getting some dinner or
Like,
something. That's wild.
What's crazy? I had a conversation with like a couple of girls on my Snapchat because I had posted like, yo, what do you guys do after Galentines? Scissor? So,
Yo,
so
What the hell?
Yeah, like what happens after it? Like,
That is so out of pocket.
what do you mean? I mean, evidence is there. Like, it's a whole group of girls. You guys are wearing lingerie. You guys are drinking alcohol.
Wait, what kind of Galentines are you watching?
The one that I saw, the people on my Snapchat, they had on,
I agree with
they had
him.
on lingerie, and they were like showing sex toys. Like the cake was like a penis shaped cake,
Okay.
and so I'm like,
All right, yeah, I've never seen that
There's
type
no-
of
there's
Galentine's
no-
Day, guys. I don't promote those. I don't know. I've
so I'm
never
like,
seen
yo,
that.
yeah, I seen that twice. So I'm like, yo, what's going on here? You know
That
what I'm
sounds
saying?
like a bachelorette party
yeah,
to
like,
me. What the
I'm
hell?
just asking. No, like literally, they were like Galentines. It's like, oh, to celebrate each other. Like celebrate what? They're
Okay,
like,
that
oh,
does sound a little sus. I
they're like,
can't lie.
oh, it's the time. One girl told me, she's like, it's the time that you're not just a mother or a wife and whatever. I'm like, you're neither the two. So what are you doing there? If that's the case, and like, if for a woman who's a mother and a wife, what are you celebrating? The time you weren't a mother and a wife? That you missed that?
Yo,
That means more important to you? I don't get it. What else is there to be?
Nah,
You celebrating, oh, I got a promotion at work? Like, I don't get that. You don't need to have your lingerie on to do that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I feel like normal pajamas would be cool at like a pajama party. You know, Galentine's. That's what
And
I think.
I'm not hating. I just literally don't understand what it is. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
Like,
understand that either.
I
no.
don't-
it's social media.
What a big
Telling you.
sense.
Yeah, no.
You said what?
It's social media. Niggas is turning everything to a holiday
Yo.
or like an event, and I seen that, well, whatever it's called, the Valentine or whatever.
yeah.
That's absurd.
Fire for
Yeah, I don't know.
Like for real, it's like you can hit up your niggas and go safe. Like, I'm not buying you a gift. I'm not getting you flowers as my boy. Not saying like niggas don't deserve flowers and shit, but that shit is crazy.
I'm not chilling
That's crazy.
with my niggas wearing silk pajamas. We all got on matching silk pajamas and shit, smiling in the camera. Like,
Yeah,
nigga,
like,
what?
like you said, what's the end result of that?
Yeah.
Like,
what is that?
what's gonna
exactly?
happen?
What's exactly? You see
What's
that
about
shit
to
like,
go down?
what are y'all doing? What's going on here? What y'all boys got going on? Like, nah.
That's awkward.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I'm seeing females do it, so I'm just wondering like, what's going on? You know? what
I
mean?
don't know. I've
That's
never
all.
been to one of those, so I can't give you that insight.
But shout out to the Galentines though. You know, you guys like it.
I hope you guys have fun.
Yeah, you guys like it. I love it for you. I was just curious to know
Amen.
what it was, what they was on and shit.
Yeah, we're not knocking your fun, ladies.
But,
Have fun.
Hey, back to Jai. You so quiet over there, man. You're not a quiet nigga. What's going on with you right now though? Like you in a relationship? You tied down or what it is?
I'm cuffed up.
Cuffed up?
Yeah, I'm out the streets. I'm out the game.
How long has that been?
Like 2 years.
There you go. Congratulations.
Is that the mother of your child?
It is not.
It's not. It's not. Word.
It's not.
How she feel about being a stepmom?
She don't. I haven't even. She knows of my kid, but I haven't even crossed that threshold yet.
Hold on. So in 2 years, she hasn't been around the kid.
Like she's met my daughter, but taking it slow.
They haven't
taking it
formed-
slow.
Nigga, how
I
slow? You've
respect
been with
that.
him in 2 years.
I respect that
Yeah,
though.
but
You never know what
can't-
can
you can't
change.
rush that because, like, what if I have a fallout or something and she gets involved, it builds a relationship with my daughter, and then we don't work out, and she
So when do you think that time is gonna start where they build a relationship?
soon come. Okay.
How old is your daughter, if you don't mind us asking? Or me?
She's 2. My daughter's birthday is May 28th. She's a Gemini.
Oh, congratulations. That's cool.
But don't have kids. Use condoms, guys. I'm serious. I'm one and done. I promise you. I'm not playing. Use condoms. Safe sex.
What
And
makes-
how old
who-
did you turn yesterday?
30.
Oh, cool. That's not bad. Cool.
I believe children are a blessing though. So
No,
like,
they are.
what makes you say you one and done? Don't you want to be blessed?
Children are a blessing. It's not even that. Another thing, word of advice, is know who you're dealing with. That's it's not the kids. And I tell people that. Like, now that I'm a parent, I'm a father, it's not the kids. It's what comes with it.
A
It's like the
beacon of light, a
significant.
beacon of light.
It's like
I know where you're getting at.
Yeah,
It's the person you had the kid with.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So use condoms.
I
It's
see.
real.
I see.
See, that goes back to the give and the take, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like you need to know who you're in a relationship with because there's a lot of back and forth. There's never a smooth ride, like I said earlier. So especially when it comes to having kids.
But yo,
that's
John, you
another
was
way.
out in these streets, man. So did the kids scare you straight? The situation? Like, come on.
Nah, not even. It's not even that. It's just I'm getting older, trying to mature.
I just posted a video on Snap. You
What?
catching a wine, son. You know what I'm talking about. And what did I say? What did I say? Where's this guy? Yo.
Nah, just outside don't even feel like outside no more. I don't even know how to explain it.
Yo, that's another thing I was saying too. Like people were getting so mad at me, like so ridiculous. And I'm like, I want to enjoy the city. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I had Greg up here talking about always going out. He named the spots he be going to and shit. And like we all been to those spots. Like they're cool and shit, but like
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like that shit's on repeat. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time to fucking level up. And I was saying like a lot of it starts with like entitlement with service. And I don't mean like I'm not gonna bash a particular place or nothing like that and like give personal experiences, but like, I will say this, like overall, like business owners, like I love you guys, I respect you guys, like you can do a good job with your establishments, but it trickles all the way down to your staff. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
a lot of these like bartenders, bottle girls, waitresses at these local restaurants, like they feel entitled. You know what I'm saying? Like
trash service.
exactly, the service is terrible. Like what they don't understand is people spend money, they work hard, and like they come to you as a getaway, as a release, like you know, like as their relaxation time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and some people might have a bad day. They might come in, might be a little rude. When you combat them with rude, you're no longer doing your job. I don't care what you say. I'm not gonna deal with a rude customer. I'm not gonna be spoken to that way. But like, you can change the atmosphere if you come back with respect. Like, oh, let's talk about it. Like, you seem like upset today, or like, what's the issue? You know what I'm saying? You come back with respect. You can change the narrative, but you guys choose not to. You think people are entitled to. You're entitled to people's money. You're entitled to their tips, and I just don't agree with that whatsoever. And you're upset when you don't get a tip. Well, you didn't provide the right service. It's
I
as
was
simple
just
as
about
that.
to say that. In some places, or just in general, like with like restaurants or businesses, some people be like prejudice or they'll never judge a book by its cover. And I always like when I go out somewhere or something, it's like people see me, or normally I'm in sweats, you know, or whatever the case may be. I might not dress the par or look the par to the establishment I'm going to. So it's like some waitresses or servers, they think they're not gonna get a tip out of me, and I'm like, now you're definitely not getting a tip. To be honest with you, I'm like, your attitude, like you said, your attitude is trash. Like, so
I hear what you're saying, but I'm also a firm believer in like the time and place. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like if I was there's like certain spots I like to go to in Boston, like I wouldn't wear this. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a hoodie on, I'm casual. Like I'll put on a shirt with a collar, like you know, like
no, I understand.
that's just me though. You know what I'm saying? But I do get what you're saying too.
Yeah.
Like there's certain places that like aren't even on that level. You know what I'm saying? They're just like and they on the
yeah.
bullshit. Like nah, like yo. What do you mean? What do
Shit
you
don't
mean you
even
can't
make
do
no
this
sense.
for
Yeah,
you?
it don't make sense.
What do you mean I can't get this? So like, let's go back to relationship though. You been with your girl for 2 years, right?
Yep.
So like, when you first got with her and stuff like that, like, you guys had any up and downs, anything you weren't sure about? Like,
Nah,
how'd you guys last this long? Cause like I said, I'm not gonna get into it because you know relationship, but I know you, nigga.
Nah, so at first, keep it a buck. I met my girl. It's the craziest story. I met my girl in Miami. No cap.
And she's from Worcester.
Bro, I can't make she's from like Mass, but
Oh, okay.
I met her in Miami and she didn't believe me. I'm like, so I'm chopping it up or whatever. I'm like, yo, where you from? I'm like, I'm from Mass. Where you from? She's like, I'm from Mass too. I'm like, nigga, you lying. I had to pull out my ID. Like, nigga, I got Massachusetts ID. I'm like, then she's like, oh, me too. Bro, she ends up living there, Worcester, and I'm like, yeah, give me your info. Once I get back, I'm linking up with you.
That's crazy.
No cap. Listen,
Damn.
another funny thing, a side note is, so she's a vegan, right? And she told me this when I met her. Why we end up coming back or whatever. So I finally linked with her the first time back in Mass. Why my dumbass bring this girl to a Chinese restaurant? So mind you, no funny shit.
Veggie lo mein.
Yo, I can't make this shit up. Yo, I bring her to a Chinese restaurant, and I'm just watching her. She just flipping through the book, like flipping through the menu, and I'm like, nigga, you not gonna eat? then it dawned on me. I'm like, nigga, I'm about to fumble the bag. I'm like, I looked at her. I said, I forgot you don't eat meat. I'm like, I'm so sorry. No funny shit. I'm like, my bad about that.
That's crazy. Did you guys end up still eating there?
Oh yeah, you thought I was gonna leave?
No, but see, like that goes back to a compromise. She made a
No,
compromise.
I know that. I told her though. We get something after this, but I'm gonna eat
wanna
my
eat
Chinese.
here.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat my Chinese food. You bugging? We already here.
That's cool.
Veggie lo mein, tofu, you'll be alright.
Right.
Tofu.
Tofu's crazy. Yeah, I've
what
never
you
had it,
like.
but I would never want to
Crazy.
eat that either.
Like, hey, I respect vegans for real. Like that's a strict
No,
diet.
vegetarian.
Right.
Vegetarian.
Yo,
She's
'cause
vegetarian. That's what it is.
Chicken be smelling good. Like,
I don't
I ain't
know.
gonna lie.
I'm so tired
I
of
love a good
like
steak.
meat.
Don't fuck.
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, I love a good steak. So I'm like,
And she be asking me too. She's like, "Yo, you want to give up meat?" Pause. She's like, "Yo, you want to give up meat for $1 million?" I'm like, "Hell no."
the only
Damn.
girl I
$1 million's
really don't be
crazy.
trusting like
I
that.
think I would. Yeah.
You would stop eating meat
Mm-hmm.
for $1 million.
Yeah.
That is not enough. Do you
Is there
eat
like
meat?
for the rest of my life, or is there a time limit?
All right, we'll say 2 years. You would do that?
I would do it. Yeah. Fuck yeah, $1
guys are
million.
bugging.
I would.
It ain't worth it.
No, hell yeah, it is because then you
Chicken.
invest that money, you
What
make that
Spanish?
money
You giving up
grow.
the pollo?
Hell yeah, the
Giving up the
pollo.
shisha
I'll
roll.
give
No,
up the
no.
pernil. I'll give
Yo,
up everything.
Niggas work their
Finna do
whole life to get $1
Mhm.
million.
Hell yeah,
bro.
I would
All gotta
literally
do
get
is
that
stop eating
million
meat, pause.
and multiply it. Then I'd
Stop
have like
eating protein,
5 million, and
easy
I'll eat
work.
meat. I'll
You're
eat
making
all
it
the
seem
meat I
like
want.
it's easier than
For me,
that.
it would be. I promise
yeah.
you.
Nah, but
I'll go right in this kitchen right now and throw all
Bruh.
that shit away.
I couldn't. I'm not
Mhm.
even joking. That's not.
I
I
could.
told her. I'm like, that's not even enough bread for me.
I don't
Mil?
know.
To stop eating meat, bro. Never eat
I
don't
don't
eat
know.
chicken for
See,
2 years.
yeah.
You have a daughter. Imagine a nigga has a bag, $1 million, tax free. They're like,
I
yo,
dare you.
this is yours by the time your daughter is 5 years old.
And I'm already skinny. I'm gonna fucking disappear.
He's
to
gonna, be,
dust.
he's gonna be eating
I'ma-
some chicken
right,
wings
I'ma
while he says no.
disappear. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna disappear.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean-
gonna turn sideways and be gone. bro, 'cause
Nah,
how
eat
skinny I am. You
pasta.
bugging.
You know, 2 years would be like you'd survive.
Plain
Look how quick a
pasta.
year goes by.
You just want Alfredo? No.
Yeah, I don't care. I'd have my $1 million.
Nah, like,
Do it.
like I said, the only people I don't trust is pescatarian. Because, like, I feel like you're just mad
Like other
indecisive.
fish?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, you
That's
either
the
want,
one that
you either
only
want the
eats
meat or
fish,
you
right?
don't. Yeah, like,
Yeah,
It's
you eat
like-
fish.
it's like they're in the middle. Like, you're trying to cheat it. It's like,
torn in
you either
between
want
the
the,
two.
yeah, like, you're mad
Wait,
indecisive.
so
you know what I'm saying?
So if you don't eat meat, you could eat fish.
No, so there's vegetarian. It's like you don't eat no meat or no nothing. Then the pescatarians is
Only veg and
you
only
eat fish.
seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You eat fish.
Okay.
So that's it's like he said, it's like a cheat.
And then which is the one that you don't eat any fish or any meat?
Vegan
That's
is you
vegan.
don't-
Oh, that's
just-
wild.
you
I
don't-
wouldn't be able to do
and
that
you don't,
one.
and you don't get any, like, products
Yeah,
from
like
animals.
dairy,
like,
anything. That's like
like
Save
dairy
the
and shit,
Turtles,
yeah.
like
Wow,
all that.
that's commitment.
no, no, lettuce all day. I'm cool on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Grass-fed. Couldn't do it.
I mean, I can give up chicken and stuff, but I don't know about seafood
You
completely.
say that so
Yeah, so
easy.
Ja, yo,
It's
I got a
crazy.
question for you though. Like,
It's good.
you say you just turned 30. Congrats.
Good
Like,
looking.
relationship for 2 years.
Yep.
But looking back on things, what things you could have done different? Because I remember a time that you went viral, son. Yo,
What?
I'm telling it because it was on viral.
So
Everybody
what
could
would
see
I
it.
do different?
Hold on. Y'all gotta hear this story. Yo, this nigga was in the crib with another shorty, and his girl come home, and they got to wrecking, and the video went viral. Then
Oh my
after this
God.
happened, this part didn't go viral, but his shorty seen the girl at the hookah lounge. They pulled up on her
Beat her
and
ass
jumped
again?
shorty.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's fire.
So everybody was talking about it for bad long. Like,
I mean, I don't know them or
how-
the story.
how did you deal with that? Like, and I seen what you was doing. Like,
Did you guys
to,
stay together?
To be honest, you know what this guy did?
What with my girl?
Yeah,
you
the one that
saying?
beat ass after you cheated.
All right, stop. I'm gonna get you right there because I didn't cheat.
Okay, so
We weren't. We was on a break.
Okay.
We wasn't in a good space.
and she popped up.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Nah, wasn't y'all living together?
Damn, he's really.
yeah, we
you-
had. But she moved out.
How'd she get in the
and-
crib?
What do you mean?
You keep the keys. What do you mean?
Nah, no
Exactly.
funny
So
shit.
she's staying there.
No,
she
you can be
wasn't.
fully moved
She
out and
wasn't.
still have
All
the keys.
God's honest truth. That's what no one gets. Or
I agree with that.
No one knows.
You can still
like,
have
no,
the keys
no
when you
funny
move
shit.
out.
Mm.
No cap. Niggas like,
Well, that kind of means that maybe you guys were still messing around a little, even though she wasn't living there. Because if she still has the key,
Cause I know I'm cool on you.
She
Give
didn't.
me my goddamn keys back.
oh, she didn't have the
Yeah.
key still.
Oh, she knocked on the
Damn.
porch.
And who let her in?
My dumbass friend. No funny shit. Like it was just a messy
It was a
ass.
setup.
It was a messy ass situation. Niggas was drunk. It was just, I'm not even joking.
I love
can't
that.
make this shit up.
That's cool though.
Yo,
No cap. It's not like she like boom walked in the door. No.
That would have been me.
Well,
I would
like,
have had that key
yo,
for real.
the real funny part about it is while they're doing all this beef, this nigga just went. He fucked with a whole new group of shorties.
Yo, he's.
So
Nah,
nah.
this
I'm
is
getting to a
old.
point. Like this is old. Like
Old.
everybody knows about this.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
not
my
spilling no
God.
tea. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving my perspective on. I think it's
Mhm.
funny and like the point I'm trying to make is like they both did that for nothing. Cause like both of them, I know both of those girls. Like they're in different aspects of their life. Shout out to them. Like they're actually doing good. Well, from what I see on social media, but like from compared to what they were, y'all was down bad right there. But like you know what I'm saying? Like
Niggas
they're
crazy.
doing okay now. So it's like.
Well, that's good for them.
Yeah. So like, I'm not bashing anybody or like trying to shit on nobody. No, I'm not here for that. I'm just playing.
Right.
I'm just
He said,
playing.
"I
That's the
just
stuff that
playing."
happens when you're in
I
your
think it's
20s,
stupid.
Yeah, like
right?
something happened. I was just
So I say you
playing.
gotta have fun. Not have fun, but
But like, I was trying to say like, they did that literally for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, it just shows like, if they went back in time, I bet they would have handled that shit totally differently. You know
I'm
what
sure.
I'm saying? And it's
we
like,
young.
yeah,
You
and
gotta
it's like
learn from mistakes.
exactly.
That's why
It's
it's
like
like
Mhm.
just like everything's a lesson.
all that shit could have been squared away, could have been done absolutely, totally different.
Yeah.
That's why I always say, like, you can't let your emotions get the best of you. You know what I mean? Like, we talked about emotional maturity, me and Mimi. And, like, that's very important. She
Mhm.
had it in her 20s.
Mhm.
That's an example of not having it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And, like, me too, I'm not perfect. Like, I was wilding. Like, I was making bad decisions, too, like, based off my emotions. You know what I mean? I don't mean just with women. Like, just in general, like,
No,
just
yeah.
being in the streets, around friends. You know what I'm saying? Even, like, work and shit. Like, I was just being sporadic, not taking things seriously. 'Cause I was in my feelings. And as an
Right.
adult, you can't be in your feelings. Sometimes to be the best person, you have to make decisions for the greater good.
Right.
Not everyone's gonna like it,
Nah,
what you do. Everyone's gonna like what you say. But at the end of the day, if you stand on business, they're gonna respect it.
got
You
no
know what I
choice.
mean?
Exactly.
Exactly. That's how my dad always told me that. He always said, he's like, not everyone's gonna like what you say, not everyone's gonna like you. But at the end of the day, you stand on your own principles and you do what's best for you and your family. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
gotta
So,
walk
like,
in your own. You gotta walk your own.
exactly. So
Your own
like
faith or like whatever what you believe
I
in.
say it all the time. Like I say what I want. I don't care about people's opinions. Like
Oh
you know,
shit,
like
trust me, I know.
mean,
That's how I am.
I mean,
I
like
don't give a fuck.
opinions do matter. I'm just willing to deal with the consequences. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I'll stand for something rather than fall for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say how I feel. I'm gonna do what I want to do,
Mm.
and that's not good. You're not supposed to do what you want to do. Sometimes you have to do what's best. And
Yeah,
I
don't.
agree.
and I'm working on that, and that's real
And
shit. I'm
so,
working on that now.
and you may not agree with what's best. You know what I mean? Like I don't even always agree with what's best. Why I do what I want to do. You know what I mean? And but also too, best is subjective as well. Like some people may think what they think or what they believe is best, and what you believe is best, obviously. So then it just comes down to like the majority. You know what I mean? Like what believes
Or
more.
what I did when
Who
it hits points like that though, I just been hitting people recently with we just gonna agree to disagree. That's it.
Yeah, you have to get
You
there.
gotta have your opinion.
Yeah.
You got your views.
right?
We're gonna agree that we
Don't agree.
disagree.
Like I feel like as long as I'm not wishing any bad on you or like wishing any death on you or like nobody dies, it can you can come disagreement. You have a disagreement and it can be squashed. You know what I'm saying? Like
oh yeah,
or you come to a common ground of understanding. You know what I'm saying? As long as there's no blatant like complete disrespect, like and a lot of people will be upset at something I say or like any in general, like you don't like something that Joe Schmo said and you come at him disrespectfully and you start attacking his character or like things like that. Like that's not appropriate. Adults don't handle situations like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
you need to express why you feel different about the person and what they say, and that's it. Like you can have that conversation. It doesn't need to get down to beef and like disrespect and like, oh, you hate your mom, like, oh, you hate yourself, all this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Nah,
yeah.
for real. Like
Nah,
I had this
No, for real.
conversation and like I asked like before I say this disclaimer, I like all women. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm had this all women, but like I had a conversation with a girl and she's a black girl and she was just getting really tight about like athletes and having white women, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, not all of them have white girlfriends, first of all. Just the ones that you see. You don't even watch football. You don't even
Right.
watch basketball. So like that's a lie. Like a lot of them be liking thick shit for real, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'll be a dead ass. But, like I'm like, you don't know what
like the
you're talking
natural
about.
bonds.
And second of all, why does it matter? Like, you know, if you focus on yourself If you focus on yourself, you'll get the person you want. You might get in that space you want to be in. You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, oh, do you date white girls? Do you date Spanish girls? I'm like, yeah, I have dated white girls. I have dated Spanish girls. But I've dated black girls too. And he's like, oh, every time you dated a white girl, you hated your mom.
See,
I'm
but like
like,
I
what?
think that brings
What's the
I feel like that
logic
brings it
on
back
that?
to prejudice though. Because like
What's the-
what if it was another race saying that to you? What if it was a white girl saying that to you about you dating black
That was my
women?
response. And then
That would be
it said,
racist of
oh,
her, right?
it doesn't count.
That's weird.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
That's
It's
weird.
not, no, my fault. She said it's not the same.
That's not this. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's
Like, I
definitely
don't
the
get it.
same.
If you
That's a prejudice.
If you date a white girl, you don't love your mom.
That's weird.
Yeah, what you said, like black men who date white girls, they don't love themselves, they don't love their mom.
And I see that a
that's what she
lot,
said.
especially on social media. I see that
you
so
seen
much.
them say that, right?
And it's like, what does that even mean? I mean,
Yeah.
I would hope that if I don't know, I would hope that that's not the mentality, because I mean, if it was vice versa, that would be a huge conflict if somebody said that about a black woman dating a white man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, you're being racist. How? If you don't want my quote unquote white son, if I'm a white woman dating your black
Yeah.
brother
I like
or whatever,
Dr.
you know,
Umar.
whatever.
Saying.
You know what I
Whatever
mean?
she's-
I don't think whoever you date takes away from like your blackness or like you
Right.
being Hispanic. Because I even know like a lot of Hispanic people, they don't like their daughters with black men.
Yeah.
I have Spanish friends, like my sister and my parents wouldn't really jack that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, I have Spanish female friends who like when I was younger, I couldn't really bring Spanish guys home. Now I'm grown. I mean,
Yeah.
couldn't bring black guys home. Now like I'm grown. I do what I gotta do. But
Mhm.
back then I wasn't on that. I wouldn't even bring no black guy to my parents' house and shit. So
I
like,
feel like
Yeah.
that's part of their culture.
Culture,
though.
yeah.
like
But it's
from,
like racist parts
Oh,
of
we
our
know,
cultures.
though.
You know what I mean? Like
From
it's
what- from what
everybody
I
cultures
noticed and,
has
like,
it.
I don't know if this is true. I'm not labeling it as true. Just my perspective. So I have to be clear. You know, I got to disclaimer everything.
Oh,
Mhm.
for
Fuck
sure,
lying.
yeah.
But what I've seen is like a lot of Spanish women, like they'll date black men. When it's time to get serious, they're going back to the Spanish husband or whatever the case may be.
And
Well,
that's
that's what
because of
they
their
know.
family.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah, that's because of their families. Because I mean, I can say that I have family members who'll be like, oh, like you said, oh, my daughter would never bring home a black man or a white boy or whatever.
What they
but
say,
that's not-
morenos.
Moreno, yeah, moreno,
Yeah.
morena,
My
like
baby mom's
you
Spanish.
know. So I'm saying, so it's every culture that has that. So it's not unknown, because you, like you said, you'll go to a Spanish house and they'll be like, okay, hacete negro aquí, like what's he doing here, you know?
Yeah.
And you'll go like bring a white girl to whoever's house and they'll be like, what is she doing here? So you know, it's
Yeah.
every culture. But I find that weird. I feel like we're not in that day and age anymore. Like shit's different, you know?
You know, I'm gonna get back to like episode 3 time, and I'm gonna ask Jasmine what it is, cause like she's black, so maybe she can help me. Maybe she can help me out. I'm
Yo,
gonna talk to her.
Like I get where they're
Yeah,
coming
I'll
from
ask
though,
her-
because I
I'll
feel
ask
like
her
you
what they
lose
talk
your
about.
culture, I guess, if you go into bring another culture into your life,
Nah,
I
but
guess. But
that's-
I don't get that if you're strict in your
Y'all make
Or
them
firm.
understand.
But
yeah,
like,
firm in your
But
own
you dating
culture.
somebody-
I literally
that's out
can't
of your
understand
race.
that
I
because
don't
like
know.
I got family members that are like have something, a whole bunch of them. You know what I mean? I got family members that's literally Jamaican, Bayesian, white, El Salvadorian,
Mhm.
Puerto Rican. Cause like my family, honestly, the niggas in my family they get around. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
I'm
that
being-
Caribbean shit.
I'm being dead ass. Like nobody has one baby mom. Everybody that has kids got at least 2 women, except for one, the latest kid. But everybody else, even the women too, they got 2 baby daddies and shit.
Hey.
Yeah, but
I be laughing
niggas
at
is
them.
crazy for that.
2025. what
This
do
is
you
crazy.
expect?
Yeah, I be laughing at
I'm
them.
not
Like,
dealing.
fools.
With 2
Yeah.
girls.
2, 3, 4. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I don't know how my
I'm
dad did
not
it. That's
doing
crazy.
that shit.
It can work.
No, it's
Yeah.
a headache.
Not it can work.
It
Oh
can
my
work.
gosh.
I've
A
seen
lot.
it.
I mean, yeah.
All I hear and
yeah,
see is
yeah.
child support, child support, child support. No
if you
cap.
get if you get the right women, that can put you
You're
on
right,
top of they
you're
handling
right.
business. You know what I'm
But-
saying? So it's up to you. Like you gotta fish in the right pond, bro.
Bro, every no offense. I know you're a female.
Yeah.
Every girl is crazy. No
Yes.
matter what. She
Yeah.
could be black, purple, yellow, Asian. They're
I
all
agree.
crazy, bro.
Yes, we are.
They're all no.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
have our
understand-
moments, though, for
I'm
real.
telling you.
Well, I hear
There's
what
no
you're saying,
such
but
thing as
I just
you
don't
looking
like-
for the round shorty or to an
The
extent.
grass is never greener.
Yeah, I mean-
never, bro. You're gonna at some point you're gonna hit, and it may just not happen as often. But you're bro, you're gonna
eventually-
argue with about the same shit or have the same type of arguments. It don't matter what it's a female, bro.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
mean,
how they're
I hear what you guys
programmed
are
out,
saying,
the chemical.
but I just don't agree with the term crazy.
Oh, no, not
I
crazy.
think that every woman has their own special circumstance. That's what it is. And you have to adapt to their special circumstance. And it's different with every woman.
Or
So
personalities.
if you don't understand that, it
That's
comes
good.
off as crazy. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
like,
you're right. I'm using the word
So, like,
crazy.
Okay,
loosely,
see,
Yeah,
that would be a
but-
word that would cause a conflict.
Right.
It's
No,
crazy.
oh,
Instead of
I
being
know.
like,
and that's
You know what I mean?
That starts World
and that's
War
what I was getting
III.
at too. It's,
You call
it's
a
the
girl crazy?
it's the language. You know what I'm saying? Because
it gets
Exactly.
worse.
not only when you call someone crazy or in a relationship you call your partner crazy, it's almost like you're invalidating their feelings.
Yes.
No.
So they
Yeah.
immediately get defensive.
Right,
Facts.
right.
Yeah. So if you come like, oh, you're crazy, it's da 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 da. But if you come with, I hear you, but I just don't
Mhm.
understand the circumstances. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
Like, why is this making you feel this way? You know what I mean? Like, and
Or
that
why are you
that
reacting
can
this way?
that can spin the whole
Nah, you right.
dynamic of the relationship and that conversation just by the
Mhm.
words you talk.
There's a problem. Like I heard this from my mom, females I've dealt with. Everyone tells me I gotta like, and I don't like. I could be talking or something, and I come off like someone will interpret what I'm saying completely different from like how I'm saying it. You get what I'm saying? I gotta, like you said, I gotta learn how to word my words better
Right.
and tone,
Mm-hmm.
because I could be like calm or I'll be like, and I'm just like,
It's not
yo,
what you say, it's how
bugging.
you say
Yeah,
it.
no, for real. So I'm like,
Right.
nigga, you fucking bugging.
Because
You just, like,
tone is
gotta talk to
important.
me like
That's
that.
me,
I'm
though.
like,
Right.
I'm like, bro, it's not
It's not that serious.
it's
Yeah,
not
that's
that
like
deep.
tone,
me.
tone
Yeah.
is very important because like I'm opposite. Like people be saying I'm monotone. Like I'm literally just mad quiet, like
Mhm.
hella mellow. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes people have a disagreement to be talking to me. I'm just like whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing. Like you don't feel no emotion. Like it's not
I'm at
making
a
you mad.
space,
Like
I don't
you're weird for that. Like you know what I'm saying?
argue,
It's like
bro.
yo,
I
they're
don't
just
wanna
like
argue.
I
No
I do
more.
feel something, but I'm just good at hiding my emotions. Like that's how I've always been. Like I don't let my emotion get the best of me. So like people will never really actually know how I'm feeling unless I tell them.
Right.
Like if you get me to a point where like I'm emotional, you don't piss me off, or like I'm really upset. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
like if I'm in between, like
I'm just
I'm
gonna
just
brush
cooling. You
it
know what I'm saying?
off. Like, it is what it
Some might get
is.
me
Mhm.
tight, might irritate me. I'm just like whatever. Like I'm not really jacking that. Is what it is. You know?
Right. But that's a cool like trait to have. I wish I had that. I feel like I'm more hot headed than chill like
It's a
that.
gift and a
I
curse.
feel
You
like
know?
I
'Cause
feel like all right though, when it comes to a relationship though, right? Because sometimes I try to take that approach. I get cussed sometimes because the female be like,
You're too nonchalant.
yo,
that's what I get all the
put the
time.
words out of my mouth.
I
I'm
get that
not
all the
joking.
time.
You don't.
Yeah.
You just don't. You're
You don't
nonchalant, and
care.
it's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm too passionate about the shit I feel. So it's like
I either
like he
say
said, it's
nothing or
like,
too much.
yeah, it's like either I'm gonna go off or
I just don't care.
I'm just like
Right.
it's
Mhm.
not it's not even that serious for you to even get me to that point.
Mhm.
So I'm just chill.
It's like
Right.
I
Oh, you're
mean,
not saying anything though. You don't care, and like no,
I'm
I
just
care, but
not
what do you
I
want
don't
me to do?
Yeah, it's
You know
like
what I'm
I
saying?
don't. You don't want to hear what I have to say.
Right.
So,
Right. And if I do say
Don't.
something, you're so tight right now that you're not even gonna take it the right way.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Miscommunication.
Yeah.
I like to wait until we're in a better headspace, but that just turns to like taking too much time off and it slows. I'll be like, damn, like
Yeah.
you know.
Then you gotta
Like,
build back up to where you guys were.
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but
It'd be like that.
yeah, Cassie has a question that's a little bit off topic though.
That's good.
What's good with the music right now? Who you listening to?
Who do I be listening to? No one's gonna believe this, but on God, I got proof. I try to put niggas on to OT7 Kwani and Skrilla before these niggas started blowing up on TikTok and all this shit. They be blacking. You know me though. If you talking about
Yeah.
hip, I don't really even keep it a buck with you. I don't even be bumping like hip hop, bro. You know I be on that dance hall shit,
Yeah.
the Afro beats and shit.
Well, who's your favorite dancer artist right now?
There's some guy called Jamal that just dropped. Probably him. I'll say Massacre.
Yeah, how you feel about Stoneboy? I saw him here. He's here in West about to do a show and shit.
For real? I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
Noche Chrome. He was like over there and shit. They had a video. And,
When was this? Cause I'm about to go. You just told me.
I mean,
It already passed.
I seen the video like 2 days ago.
Oh,
I
it already
posted on my
happened?
Snap. I don't know when the show is, but
Oh, I'm in there.
he's out here.
I'm going.
You fuck with
just put me
Stoneboy?
on. Go see Stoneboy. Facts.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
What about you? As far as music goes, like what you like?
Everything. I
You
don't know,
say
very
everything. You
eclectic.
listen to country.
Yeah, country, everything. Yeah.
So you listen to Beyonce just won fucking.
I don't listen to Beyonce.
You're not part of the hive.
No.
So don't
You're
say
not
you listen to
Jack-
everything.
Well, okay,
You're
no,
not Jack
I
in the
listen to her
Hive?
genre. I just don't listen to her.
Why?
I don't listen to everybody, but I listen to like everything.
What is it?
I just don't.
You think she's
Just
hyped up?
doesn't. I don't know. I just doesn't.
Beyonce doesn't care about
If
her
I don't
fans.
really
Has to
care.
pick.
You
She doesn't
know.
even promote the
Beyonce
music.
Or Rihanna.
I would go with Rihanna just because like she was like my middle school. Like we were all freaking on the replaying and shit. You know. But yeah, like country. I listen to drill music. I listen to just everything.
But you do drill?
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
I can't even listen to drill.
I mean,
I'm not
I
even
like a
trying to
couple songs.
joke.
I mean, hold on. Let me
That
show.
should be hurting my head.
Nah,
It takes some time to get used to.
It do.
But let me see.
I'm
I
not
like
gonna
a couple
lie.
people.
I don't really like fuck with drill. Like I used to listen to it like Chief Keef type
I was
shit.
like that drill.
But-
Yeah, like I like
but
Chief
now, like,
Keef.
this
Yo,
girl-
literally,
The gra
I
gra
just got-
gra.
I
like
just got
that
back into
sometimes.
it. You know why? Because I seen
It's
the
because of
boy
TikTok.
Joker on TV. He
Mhm.
had died or whatever.
Yep.
And so like I was just peeping his music or whatever. I was, this shit honestly didn't sound bad, but I'm like, damn, like
It depends.
again, disclaimer, I'm just listening to the music. I don't know nothing about what's going on in the Philly streets.
Same.
Yeah.
Please don't come for me. I'm just listening to the music. I was giving it a listen because I came up on my thing and it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But like I listen to a lot of guys like from Philly. There's a guy, it was like Banks, he was hitting.
Mhm.
It was like Lil Banks like that. He was hitting for real. Hop Out Blick, another guy, Hop Out Blick. I don't know
that
these
one.
niggas. I
don't
just
know who that
came
one
across
is.
their music.
Yeah,
It was
same.
cool.
I don't know any
Top
of these
dudes in
guys.
Philly, like I said,
And
to
then
me is
Kwani, I like
Kwani and
Kwani's
Skrilla.
cool, but like I feel like the nigga hasn't put out a whole song yet. It should be like a minute and 30 seconds, 2 minutes. Like drop the whole shit.
Nah, so that's the thing though, and like I be asking people that make music, that's like they do that, or I was told people be doing that because the average person, that's their attention span. It's like 2 minutes. After that, you really about to bump a song that's 7 minutes long, and you're gonna listen to they're gonna have to be snapping from the
No,
moment
but
to
I do-
have you reeled in.
I've had niggas go hard, pause, like they went hard on a track that was like 4 minutes long. Like shit was
Yeah,
going
but they was
crazy.
spitting real shit. We're talking about drill and shit.
I mean,
and
the only one that I know that
noises.
has like longer songs is I forget his name right now, but the one that he's like, oh, he's not from 63rd, and like
King
his
Von.
King Von, yeah, and then like all those, I
R.I.P.
feel like the crazy story, like those songs, you can go with those because it's kind of like a dead ass story he's rapping,
Yeah.
so you get into it and you can visualize it. But all the other ones, once that gra gra gets too hard, I'm like, okay, time to change it for sure.
Yo, I just went crazy on my Twitter page too. Speaking of music, go to my Twitter page, please. Ball and Fit, if you get a chance. If you're on Twitter, X. Sorry, Mr. Elon. I mean X. But yeah,
What? What do
I
you
just
mean X? What's X?
They changed it.
they changed the
now.
name.
It's
It's
not
just
Twitter.
X.
Oh, I haven't
But-
had Twitter in years.
Yeah,
man.
I
but
don't
anyway, I
have
be
that.
on there. Like I just posted, like, yo, like niggas gotta stop disrespecting Meek. Like Meek,
Meek Mill?
yeah, like
That's one of my favorite rappers.
niggas gotta chill with that. Or
Oh, the
whatever-
Diddler shit.
whatever narrative they're creating about,
Yeah.
like, you know what narratives they're creating about the thing. I'm not gonna get into it, but like
It's crazy.
they gotta stop that shit. Like that shit's corny. Like honestly, like Meek really been rhyming for a minute. Like there was
Mhm.
times when like a lot of people that's talking all that stuff, they never really been like in any type of trench. You know what I'm saying? So like you don't
Mhm.
know. Like you guys always been on the porch. You're listening to music. You're online, and you're just talking junk. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I've seen trench. You know what I mean? Like they listen to Meek Mill. You know what I'm saying? Like doing the same stuff he's doing in the music, showing there's a way out. This guy's a young guy, a kid from Philly, who made it as a millionaire rapper. And not only that, he got Puma to run a prison reform
Yeah.
campaign. You
That's
know how hard that is
crazy.
to do for anybody, white, black, Spanish, and a poor kid from Philly able to do that. Just to maybe they didn't change anything directly, but just even on that platform, bringing awareness, a whole campaign, a whole shoe line. On the bottom of the shoes, you see reform.
That's crazy.
Exactly, like
That's real
but
rap though.
people's
Mhm.
minds,
I feel
minds don't go that way. So like you're gonna put a false
Especially
narrative on him,
nowadays.
something you have no proof of. That if you listen to his music, you would know clear as day is not true. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't put two and two together and make it make sense. But you'll take away from all the good he's done
Yeah.
to laugh online with people you don't know who don't really care either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's another thing I find about online. If you don't have their same, if you don't agree with them,
right.
then they just completely either don't want to rock with you or they just discredit you
Like,
completely.
Stop
It's
ruining
weird.
that man's reputation, man. For real, like that's
Mhm.
corny. It opens up the doors for like a lot of other stuff, and like I want to get into music too. 'Cause I was trying to creep it in, but like my man Drake dropped something new. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
okay. I heard the
it's-
album
I was
yesterday.
about to say that before you even get into that. Don't shoot me. Don't. I don't want to see no comments when you drop this. I don't bump Drake, or I shouldn't say that. I've never truly been a Drake fan. To keep it a buck with you, like he has a lot of songs and shit, but I'm not. It be certain songs that like mainstream shit. I can't recite mad Drake shit.
I mean, and that's fine, but
And
you
I'm
know,
Team Tory.
I am like I'm jacking Tory. I fuck with Tory,
Are
but
you
like
guys team Kendrick or Drake?
I don't bump either one
I
of them.
mean,
So,
Okay.
but
I
I'm
know-
not gonna lie. That they not like us shit is OD.
I mean,
That song is OD, bro.
I'm not even joking. I didn't even like that song, but anyway, like my thing is
He's
like
a true Drake fan.
I really rock. I rock with Drake, but like, I mean, Kendrick is not terrible, but like his first album was probably one of the best albums all the time. I'm not even gassing it. You know what I mean? Like that Good Kid, Mad City, that joint went crazy. But after that, he just started. That shit was like watered down to me. But the whole point I'm trying to make is like, even on Not Like Us, like the whole like
He stepped on that, fam.
yeah. But I heard like
The minor stuff.
yeah, like all that stuff. Like when you get to that stuff, it's like it's not funny. You ruin someone's reputation. You know what I mean?
It
like
was a diss track, bro.
yeah, but you could diss them about anything else. If you're gonna say stuff that's not true, you could make up anything else that's not true. Why do you have to talk about something like that? You know what I mean? Why would you
That
get
is
into that?
true.
Like now you're opening the door for like false
Lawsuits,
accusers,
False allegations, things like that.
I don't. That's not cool.
Nah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
hear
Like
it.
you open up a whole nother realm. Like you're taking it to a whole nother way. It doesn't have to be like at the end of the day, like you niggas aren't gonna fight. It's just rap. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't get to the point where you niggas gonna fight. So why even take it that far? Like if someone did that to him,
For the
it's like
entertainment, bro.
you're
It's
going
the
for
people.
you're not just trying to
Mhm.
you're not trying to embarrass a nigga at that point. You're going for reputation. You're going for their family. Like
The career.
yeah, you're going for their career, their
Mhm.
livelihood. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, you could say oh he's a millionaire, but like when you're a millionaire, you live a millionaire lifestyle. If you're not making more millions, the money's gonna diminish. You're gonna go broke. You know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
you said Drake just dropped some
yeah,
new shit.
he dropped.
When?
He dropped.
What, an album?
Yeah, with Party Next Door.
Yesterday
It's
or 2 days
hitting.
ago.
I ain't gonna lie, but me, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a lover boy. You know
That's
what
some
I'm saying?
lovey-dovey
I
shit?
listen to 90s R&B.
Yeah, it's like his old stuff.
I got a little bit of the two, you know, like
I don't know. I feel like you need to listen to Drake's albums nowadays
Quick
a couple
question,
times.
since we're on Drake, how you guys feel about that like I don't even know if I'm using the right word, that like techno album or whatever he dropped.
When was that?
What?
Which
I
yeah.
don't
one?
think it was a techno album, but like I don't even
I think I know what you're talking about, but I didn't really jack that. There was like 2 songs on there I was listening to, but you know,
It's
he
like
made music.
go-go music.
He made music for
bro.
everybody.
I don't
You
know.
know
I'm
what
a
I'm saying?
raver, so we can't really talk about me and that.
Oh, okay.
I like them all, you know.
Word.
Whatever. I mean, there are a couple albums that I don't like of Drake's, obviously, even though I've gone to every single concert. But I don't know. You just, if you're a fan, I guess, you know.
Yeah, and I
You're a fan, you're a fan.
don't know
you're a
what you
fan.
call like Drake's name, but I mean, I fuck with Drake. You know, like
Oh,
I wouldn't put my life down on the line for him. But as far as the music goes,
Obviously.
like
What?
I'm
For
feeling
Drake?
like
For
his mu-
Drake,
yeah,
yeah.
like
yeah,
he's
ain't
always-
no Tory
he's always had a
Relax.
music-
Oh my
He's not
he's
no
always had
Tory.
a
Don't do it for any celebrity, please.
Drake
Nah, I
has
wouldn't, but-
always had music to match my lifestyle, what
I
I'm
was
going
just
through at
about
the
to
time.
say,
Always,
I
yeah.
can with Tory,
relate.
so I
I
fuck
could
with Tory. Free
relate.
Tory.
Tory
Right.
Tory be saying everything that runs through my head, and he
Okay.
put it in a
Well-
song.
So Summer Walker for the girls. I'll just say it for the girls. Summer Walker, even though she does some dumb shit, her music hits.
I
Which
did hear
one
her
was
last
that?
song. That was I.
That's the one that's
The
always crying.
the Heart of a
about.
Woman joint.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
song.
no,
That song's pretty good.
Who's the other girl?
I'll just give a
She's
shout out on my
better.
Twitter about that.
I like
That-
Snooze.
Who?
That's
Snooze.
SZA.
Oh, that's
Oh,
SZA.
yo,
Just fire.
Yo,
She's-
I love
hold
her.
on. Speaking of SZA,
They dropped the
here's
album
her
with
jersey
Kendrick.
Right here. I got it right next to
Oh.
me. But like, this is imaginary. This is like wishful thinking that one day she'll actually be here. So like,
Yeah, you
I
can.
keep-
That's manifestation.
I keep the jersey next to me. Says I love you, baby.
Oh, I'm dead. I
And-
didn't even peep that. I
Yeah.
thought this dude was trolling. He really got the
and,
SZA
and
the jersey.
I was a little bit hurt that you like came out with Kendrick and all that. Like,
Aw.
you know, it did bother me, but I'll never stop loving you.
That's his
you know,
celebrity crush.
I-
Isn't
I'm
that
about-
Drake's ex?
I'm about to go watch your movie with
Oh.
Keke Palmer. I don't even know the name of it, but I'm gonna figure it out because I want to see that
He's
movie.
there.
But like, yeah, like shout out to SZA. My bad.
You know she's coming with Kendrick, right, on tour.
That
in
is-
May? Just go and
He's
see her open for
a-
him and then leave.
Nobody. I don't, like,
Support your girl.
I'm not a Kendrick fan. I wouldn't go to a
Mm.
Kendrick concert.
I didn't, I was sad that I didn't go see SZA's concert last year by herself or like with her own concert, but I don't think I would go with Kendrick. It doesn't entice me.
Nah, I'm not feeling. But
That's,
before,
that's your celebrity crush though, SZA?
I
Who's your
mean,
celebrity crush
Yeah,
right
who's your
now?
celebrity
That's-
crush?
That's a good question.
I
man.
got a lot of.
He's like
Nah.
everybody.
you can only pick one. Who got your eye right now in the game?
Bomba clap. Oh, yo,
That is hard.
I gotta think about. I
No,
can't
it's
decide.
not.
Like, just the top of my head, like I love SZA. Her voice is beautiful. She's
Love
amazing.
Lotto.
But like, oh man, it's tough because like,
You need me, Big Mama. I love Lotto. I love her.
where.
Big Mama.
Didn't you say you like them natural?
But yeah, I think I'll go for now. I'll go with
Right.
SZA.
But I'm gonna make an exception for
There you
Lotto.
go. Okay,
I'm gonna make
okay.
an exception
Hey,
for Lotto.
she's a
But, like,
celebrity, so
For real, like I be liking like actresses too, like in movies and stuff like that. Like
yeah, celebrities.
I'm weird. Like I like Anne Hathaway. You know, like
Okay.
Sydney Sweeney.
No,
Even Nicole
Aw.
Kidman. She
It's-
old, but
it's
she
Okay.
looks
said
good.
in
No,
Hathaway.
Sydney Sweeney's really pretty. That's
You didn't even-
Euphoria, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
bad.
You gotta say actors. You gotta say.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's
Jennifer
a
celebrity.
broad
Elizabeth,
range.
Right? That's the one from Friends, right?
Jennifer,
Elizabeth
isn't it?
or Anderson. I
Anderson.
think,
yeah,
yeah,
Anderson.
that's what it was. That's
Whatever.
Elizabeth. I'm making names
But-
up and shit.
Thank you guys for coming, man. Wait, before we
course.
finish up, any final thoughts? Like anything you want to say to the people? Any advice you have for anybody coming up in a relationship? Anything overall you want to say?
Thank you for having me. Nice to
course.
meet
Same
you. Well,
Nice
nice
to
to meet
meet you,
you.
too.
Nice to see you.
Mhm.
I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. This was the first time that I've ever done anything like this. Definitely not as bad as I thought. Not as bad, but it's easier than I thought.
Word.
Definitely cool. I love this, and I hope you guys like the episode. And if you want anything, just work towards it. Stay consistent. Manifest SZA coming to his podcast too, guys. Please.
Word.
It is real. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
And
coming.
I don't even know. Words of advice. I said it again. I'm gonna say it again. Wear condoms. No funny
Well,
shit.
happy late birthday too again.
Appreciate it.
And thank you guys for tuning in. This was a great time, a great conversation. We had our tequila going. You know, we talked about a lot of stuff. If you guys watched till now, thank you. Please keep tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, whatever you gotta do. Far From Perfect episode 7. It is a wrap.